Senator Luján just gave a very inspiring message about working together, and you had to work together in rural New Mexico. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background, because it doesn't show up on Wikipedia.
Well, look, I'm very proud to have been raised on a very small farm. We only farmed a few acres there where I still live. I'm fourth generation on that farm, and in the same house my great-grandparents and grandparents and parents once lived as well. And look, the question was about bipartisanship or how folks work together or don't. There's a lot of people that work in Washington, D.C. together. You get to know each other. You understand there's probably going to be some differences, but you find areas to work together. And I've been very fortunate to have successful legislative initiatives with a lot of Republican and Democratic members. And I attribute it to growing up on that little farm, whether it was mending fences or irrigating at night or even cleaning barns. There's a lot of character building when you're using a shovel to clean what's out there sometimes. But you may have a dispute with a neighbor on a fence line, or, where we come from, there's water that moves down a little ditch in the acequia that you have to share, and sometimes folks want to water when it's not their turn, so you have to go visit them at their house. And you find a way to make things work. And if you translate that to our nation's capital, you can get things done. Gordon Smith, the former senator from Oregon, also grew up on a small farm. John Tester, who he's a farmer. I think I often joke with him that the size of our little farm is about the size of his front yard, where he farms with big columbines and things of that nature. But it's that work ethic that you have to bring here as well. And you find common ground with folks.
And speaking of common ground, automation, broadband, you mentioned about wanting to automate your irrigation as an example. Tell us about the importance of broadband.
Well, certainly. So in every small part of America, and in most the rural areas, and especially where there's farming areas as well, where we choose to live. I'm very proud of where I live and where I was born and raised. But you don't always have the fastest speeds or speeds to help folks that have larger farms to be able to automate tractors, or, as I said, wanting to automate, irrigation infrastructure so that I could water any time of day from anywhere that I am. Although I love being there with a shovel too and moving that water, but it makes a tremendous difference. And I don't want to see parts of America that are left out. I want to see the entirety of the country connected. So whether it's keeping in touch with your parents or grandparents, running a small business, automating that farm equipment, or maybe just checking in with your doctor with a telehealth effort, it makes a difference. And this is a once in a generation and maybe once in generations opportunity to get this connected. So rural America needs to be included here and must be the focal point.
Excellent. Well, Senator, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.